In the glamorous world of 1950s fashion, a handful of extraordinary women defined an entire era of style. Susie Parker, with her striking red hair and magnetic presence, captivating photographers and designers alike. Then there was the enigmatic Dovima, whose otherworldly elegance made her Richard Avedon's favorite muse. Jean Patchett's classic beauty graced countless Vogue covers, while Carmen de Laurentiis, known as the world's oldest working model today, began her legendary career in those golden years. And who could forget Lisa Fontsagraves? Often called the first supermodel, she transformed modeling from a job into an art form. These weren't just pretty faces. They were living sculptures who brought haute couture to life, creating magic every time they stepped in front of a camera. They didn't just wear the clothes, they defined what it meant to be fashionable in the fabulous 50s. Susie Parker, a trailblazing icon who revolutionized the modeling industry in the 1950s. Before there was Kendall Jenner or Gigi Hadid, there was Susie, a fierce redhead who didn't just walk runways, she shattered glass ceilings. Picture this. At a time when models were barely making ends meet, she boldly demanded what she was worth and became the first model ever to earn a staggering $100,000 a year. As the face of Revlon, her striking features and confident presence didn't just sell lipstick, they redefined what it meant to be a supermodel. Susie Parker wasn't just beautiful, she was a game changer who paved the way for every model who came after her to be treated as a true professional. In the glamorous world of 1950s fashion, one name stood out like a sparkling diamond: Dovima. A young woman walking down a New York City sidewalk, completely unaware that her life was about to change forever when a Vogue editor spotted her. That chance encounter would transform her into one of fashion's most legendary figures. Dovima wasn't just a model, she was pure elegance personified. With her aristocratic bearing and otherworldly grace, she became the highest-paid model of her era. But it was one magical moment in Paris that would cement her place in fashion history forever: Dovima with the Elephants. Shot by the legendary Richard Avedon at the Cirque d'Hiver, there she stood, wearing the first evening gown ever designed by Yves Saint Laurent for Christian Dior, creating what would become one of fashion's most iconic images. Her influence reached beyond the pages of magazines. You might have spotted her in Funny Face, where she brought her signature sophistication to the silver screen. Dovima wasn't just a model. She was the very embodiment of 1950s glamour, a living masterpiece who helped define an entire era of fashion. Jean Patchett, a name that defined an era of elegance. New York City, 1948. A young woman from Maryland steps off the train, dreams as big as the city itself. That woman was Jean Patchett, and little did she know she'd become one of fashion's most unforgettable faces. Her signature beauty spot near her right eye became legendary, catching the eye of every major photographer and designer. The great Irving Penn himself called her a young American goddess, and he wasn't exaggerating. From the moment she signed with Ford Model Agency, Jean transformed into fashion royalty. For 3 incredible decades, from the 1940s through the 60s, Jean Patchett's face graced countless Vogue covers, creating some of the most iconic images we still reference today. She wasn't just a model, she was the embodiment of mid-century American glamour. Carmen de Laurentiis, a living legend who rewrote the rules of the modeling industry. At just 15, she landed her first Vogue cover, but that was just the beginning. While most models' careers fade by their 30s, Carmen had different plans. Born in 1931, she's been gracing magazine covers and runways for over 7 decades, proving that beauty knows no age limit. Today, at 94, she's still strutting down catwalks and starring in major fashion campaigns, earning her title as the world's oldest working model. Carmen isn't just defying age, she's redefining it, showing us all that passion and elegance are truly timeless. Her extraordinary journey from a teenage model to a fashion icon spans the entire history of modern fashion, making her not just a model, but a living piece of fashion history. Lisa Fontsagraves, the original supermodel. Born in Sweden, she wasn't just another pretty face. She was an artist at heart who studied dance under the legendary Mary Wigman in Berlin. When fate led her to Paris, the fashion world couldn't resist her unique charm. But here's what made Lisa special. She saw modeling as an extension of dance, bringing grace and movement to every photograph. She wasn't just posing. She was performing. Her life took a romantic turn when she married the famous photographer Irving Penn in 1950. Together, they created pure magic in front of and behind the camera. But Lisa wasn't content with just being a model. She pursued sculpture and photography, proving she was a true artist in every sense. Today, she's remembered as the pioneer who set the gold standard in modeling, showing that true beauty comes from passion, artistry, and that special something that makes you uniquely you. As our journey through the glamorous world of 1950s fashion comes to an end, I want to share something special with you. These weren't just models, they were icons who changed the face of fashion forever. These incredible women didn't just wear clothes. They brought haute couture to life in ways we'd never seen before. Thanks so much for taking this stylish trip down memory lane with me. If you enjoyed this glimpse into fashion history, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the golden age of fashion.